it would probably be hours being spent here.
That would be Wall Lakeview Auburn's
Right.
problem.
Likewise, if we end up, and I think the minimum is 20%
Yes.
of their time, but,
Yep.
so let's say 25% of 40 hours is 10 hours a week. This individual spends 10 hours a week in the SAC district. We're going to bill the actual hours, not less than 20%, because then we fall out of the sharing arrangement. So I guess we have to give this some thought about the overtime part.
Well, I guess
I don't know why that would be a deal breaker. I think we can figure this out as an administration and two boards.
John, the last thing I heard is one of these two positions would be in charge of buildings and grounds, which I believe, or of grounds, which I believe your person would be in charge of grounds. There's nothing to say that maybe he spends more than half his time in the SAC district.
That's true.
So we would actually be responsible for more than possibly 46%. Is that right? Or am I thinking of that wrong?
No, it could be possible.
We have a lot of grounds.
You put a ceiling on it.
Maybe we should negotiate the contract first before we...
That's
When do
what-
we have to know by?
I have to be able to submit this in, I think it's, I'm saying September or October, but it's not right now. The only catch would be if we want it to start July 1, but we've got the June board meetings. We've got June yet to be able to talk about it, and frankly, we have July because it could start after the 1st of July. It can start when you want it to. Their contracts are July 1 to June 30th, but it could be that we don't start until after that time, and it's an 11-month agreement, and that would work. I think it's October that, don't you remember, you have to vote on something every year, and I think it's at the October board. I'm shaking my finger, and I don't mean to. I think it's the October board meetings that by October, a date in October, you have to vote for the continuance of these positions and or add any new ones that come to it. So we've got some time, but I can look that up, and I didn't think about looking that up before coming here.
Well, I do have some concerns, and I know that I've heard their board voice concerns on more than one occasion about overtime, and I guess, yeah, it's great that we can get $36,000 a year, but, you know, maybe there's something we can work out in the meantime to
Sure.
maybe so we...
Make sure the payout is at more than the $36,000
Wow.
a year.
So we do have a motion on the floor. I guess I need to ask, having said all that, either Brent,
You
if you
can't
want to...
second his own.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say whether to rescind or ask for a second on the motion that Brent made. Doesn't matter to me.
If you know Robert's Rules of Order, you don't have a second, that's it.
Right.
Sound cool, man.
I would like to revisit it, though, at some point.
Well, I would too. I'd hate to see the amount of money that we're talking go down because of, I think, something's very workable. And I would be disappointed to see that go down.
Just need the numbers.
So I would, to me, I would suggest that it be put on the June meeting
Okay.
to look at it again.
I was just looking to see if I had with me what that date was, but I can't find it.
Let me ask you one more question, Barb. How much overtime in a year? Bruce gets paid 40 hours a week, but how much overtime does he have in a year's time?
We'd have to go back and...
I mean, maybe it's all
calculate that.
equal. I don't know.
No, it would not be. He doesn't have all that much overtime.
Okay.
It's
Well, you do
possible.
payroll.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, some
Doesn't
months, you know, when it snows, it's
That's,
20 or 30 hours.
there's where you're, yeah, he doesn't submit overtime much.
He does it, but he doesn't.
We just need more numbers if we're going to look at this again.
Yep. Got it on the list.